You better get your life. Get your life. Yes, y'all. Come on now, sign up for ifyoucanmove.com. All right, go in and buy some things from Team LASHAE. Get your workout journey going. Y'all know how y'all do. It's about to be January. Y'all gonna have, wants and resolutions and all of that, and then y'all not gonna stick to them. So once y'all start it off right, okay, get y'all some TLC products to clean out all that food and alcohol that y'all drinking. Get you some NutriBurst to replenish you so you don't be out here getting sick and getting a cold. Okay, keep yourself healthy. Try that sea moss that get that phlegm up out you. Okay, y'all go and check out TLC products because they really will help you stay, on track with your journey and aid you in your process. Sign up for Team LASHAE and sign up for the online gym. Go check out and see what my girl got. Y'all know I'm also an affiliate for her boutique, Pasia and Amari, which has really cute workout clothing and jackets and masks and just all kind of cute stuff. So y'all go and check out that link. Sign up on my Patreon so you can be on my Discord. Y'all support in all of these different ways. Check down below in the description box. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue and I am back for another Put a Ring on It review, y'all. Okay, so the episode starts off with the last one left off, which was with all of the couples in session with Dr. Nicole, and Dr. Nicole asking Shay if she's going to allow Mike to have the full experience, if they're going to get rid of their boundaries, because they have a lot of boundaries put in place. No hand holding, no hugging, no kissing, just so many physical boundaries put in place. Okay, and they can't text each other, all of this type of stuff. So it's kind of blocking Mike from really having the experience with Whitney that he would have. Also, it's unfair because Shay gets to do whatever she wants to do. Okay, she doesn't have these same boundaries put in place for herself. But she says that she's going to allow him to have the experience. Okay, we move on to Hollywood. And Hollywood is going to go on another date with Shantae. She was very bubbly, thick. Okay, very sweet. We liked her. Okay, she had a softness, like a childlike but still womanly quality to her. So I feel like that was attractive to Hollywood, but Hollywood is not worrying about anybody else. He wants shit to work with Ashley. And because of that, he is not really connecting with anybody else. Ashley is going on another date with Kwame, okay? And she likes Kwame. So this is upsetting to Hollywood. Hollywood feels like she really trying to see what's going on with Son. She really trying to holler. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's exactly what's going on. Tamika is going to go on a second date with, I think his name was Derek or Devin or something like that. But he's a photographer. He's an artsy type. And he is her type. So she's going to go on another date with him. Vince isn't going to go on another date with Christina, and I kind of feel like that's because Tamika kind of ruined it for him. Like, even if he says he's not interested, to me, Christina was turned off by what Tamika said about Vince being a player. Okay, so it's best for that relationship just to stop at the second date. It was cute, it was nice, but we're not going to do it again. Fine. Shay is going to go on another date with Rick, which we all know she was going to go on another date with Big Rick, okay? The way she talked about him in that live, you guys, the live that they did, what that was, like last week, not this past episode, but episode 7. I really feel like based on that, Tamika and Vince probably work it out. Ashley and Hollywood, probably not. And Shay and Mike, probably not. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? But the way Shay was coming off, it made me feel like maybe they didn't work it out. And also the way Whitney and Mike's live went, even though it's like this, energy of we're just cool, we're just friends, I kind of feel like there's no way he would still be talking to her if he and Shay had decided that they were just going to be in their relationship together. So I don't know. Like, I'm kind of lost right now on what's going to happen, but I don't feel like we can throw Whitney and Mike away just yet, even though the episode, says they're just going to be friends. We'll get to that, but I feel like this episode isn't exactly telling of what's going to happen in the future. So Shay goes on her third date with Rick, and she tells him about how she is lifting the boundaries, but she doesn't want to cross any of those boundaries herself. And she felt herself getting close to it with Rick because there's a lot of sexual energy and chemistry going on, but she doesn't want to do it unless Mike does it. Okay, which I feel like I don't like that. I feel like that's really passive aggressive, that you're looking for an out. You're looking for him to do it first. And it's not just so you can feel okay with doing it. It's so that you can beat him over the head with it and do what you want to do. That's just kind of annoying to me. If y'all are lifting the boundaries and you want to do something, then just do it. But don't look for him to do it first so that you can say, well, you did it first. It's just real passive aggressive and immature to me. That's just how I feel about it. But anyway, Rick feels like, you know, she's vibing with him. It should be about them, not Mike. And that's the same thing I said. If you want to do something with him, then it should be about y'all two, not the tit for tat with Mike. So I feel like that was kind of a turn off to Rick. But whatever. Hollywood goes on another date with Shantae. And they have a really good time together. You know, they did, I think, go-karts. So they were enjoying each other's company. But he is still not in a place that he wants to be in a relationship. So if him and Ashley don't work out, he's going to be out here hoeing around. He's not going to be jumping into a relationship with Shantae just because he and Ashley aren't together. Which, you know, makes a lot of us feel like it's out of anger or out of, oh, she hurt me, so now I got to go get back at all of the other girls and just sleep around, which is hella immature. I'm sorry, but it's immature. You know, like, why not chill out and work on yourself? Because if your relationship with Ashley doesn't work out, it's not all because of her. It's also because of the way you act. Okay, Hollywood, you tend to be a tad bit childish, my dude. And it would be really cool if you would work on your emotional issues before you decided to get into another relationship with somebody. Not go and be a hoe and make those issues even worse. Because I feel like that's what that does. When men go on these, you know, rampages through the puss, I just kind of feel like it's a way for you to try to hurt somebody in a way because you were hurt and not really dealing with what your part in the breakdown of the relationship was. So the girls meet up, okay? And Ashley says that Kwame is pulling at her soul, y'all. I was just like, ooh, girl. I don't know how Hollywood, you know, will take that type of attraction. Pulling at your soul, girl. Ooh, Lord. That's just a lot. That says a lot. That's a lot. That's, you know, that's deep. You know, that's a bit much. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how your man gonna feel about that, girl. But that just said a lot about what's going on between Ashley and Kwame, which is why I don't feel like she and Hollywood will actually make it through all of this. Because if you feeling like that about somebody else and you not feeling that about your dude, that's issue. That's a real big issue. And I don't know if that can be fixed in this process, but we shall see. Mike wants more of Shay now. They talk about how ever since she started to show more interest in Rick and he started to show more interest in Whitney, they've been trying to spend a lot of time together. They're always in the bed. They always hunching. And that's good for them. And that's probably one of the reasons why I think that their relationship might make it, because of all of the sexual chemistry that they have between one another and the fact that the things that are happening with the other people are only drawing them closer. So I do have my 50-50 with Shay and Mike, but I don't know, y'all. I really don't know. They asked Tamika if anything else happened to make her not trust Vince, because, you know, this whole situation with the girl happened 2 years ago. So we want to understand, why are you still upset? Why is there still a trust issue if nothing else has happened since the beginning of y'all's relationship? Tamika says that it's a lot of the little things with she and Vince, like she'll go out of town and now all of a sudden his phone is dead. And then when she came back in town, she pops up at his place and he's walking to the elevator with some girl. He said that the girl was, you know, his roommate's girl, but why are you walking her to the elevator then? So it's like all of these little things that have happened that have made her not trust him. And instead of him saying what it is, he gets defensive and that turns into an argument. And I think that it makes it hard for her to trust him. And they've never really resolved the issue. And I don't understand how you can stay in a relationship with somebody who you don't trust to this degree. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even trust that when he tells you his phone died, he's telling you the truth. That just says a lot about the relationship to me. But anyway, Tamika goes on another date with Devin and he compliments her and it made her feel something. They vibed, you know, he really tapped into her creative side and told her to not be afraid, and anything she does creative, she needs to put that out to the world without worrying about negative responses. You know what I'm saying? And it's so funny that Tamika had to be told that. Tamika is an extremely talented actress, to tell you the truth. Like, her own personality is very different from who she was on Between Women, at least to me. So, and also I have to watch Nicole. There is an Amazon Prime movie called Nicole, and I think she's like, you know, a killer or something, like a stalker type girlfriend. I don't know, but I'm gonna go watch it today. But I really appreciate her as an artist, and I thought it was funny that she needed someone to, you know, kind of big her up in a way, and we all need somebody to big us up. Like, if y'all didn't show me the love y'all showed me, I don't know if I would have kept doing this all these years. If people weren't constantly telling me how much they love my content, I don't know if I would still be doing it, to tell you the truth. But I still feel like if she isn't getting that same nourishment in her relationship, that's showing even more issues, you know, between she and Vince. She said that Vince does compliment her, but it doesn't feel the same. You know what I mean? I feel that. I feel like when you've been with somebody for a long time, you sometimes feel like, oh, you gotta say that, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, you love me, so you're gonna say that. I feel like I've had situations with Lyric where I felt like he has to say I look good. He's my husband, you know what I'm saying? But compliments from other people who don't have to give you those compliments, you know, might hit home a little harder. So I understand what she means, but at the same time, when she says she doesn't believe it or it doesn't come off as sincere, that is what makes me wonder, like, what is really going on between Tamika and Vince? I feel like just still something that we're not understanding about their relationship. But anyway, Mike and Whitney go on another date. And he tells her about the boundaries being lifted. And she doesn't really believe it. You know what I'm saying? She's like, I don't know if I believe that, you know, because you might just be saying that. But when he says that even though the boundaries are lifted, he's still not willing to risk his relationship with Shay, I think that put things into perspective, okay? Which means he's really in love with Shay, or he is feeling her more than he's feeling, you know, Whitney, which, I mean, obviously you would be. You're living with her, you're screwing her, you want to be with her, you know what I'm saying? Whitney is just somebody that comes along and they have this refreshing energy and y'all have a lot of chemistry, but you have all this history and all this connection with Shay, so he doesn't want to ruin that relationship for Whitney just yet. Okay, so he says that they'll just be friends, and she's like, okay, I'm cool with that. My whole thing is, based on the way Shay felt about their relationship, I don't know if I believe that he and Shay are together and he and Whitney are still cool and talking and texting. You know what I'm saying? Because if she didn't want for him to do that before, why would she allow for him to do that once they've decided they're going to be together? You know what I mean? I just kind of feel like the way they were on that live, it just kind of made me feel like Shay and Mike didn't work things out. And maybe Whitney is still in, you know, in the running to be a prospect for Mike because of the way they interact with each other. And also the way that they still text and talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, y'all. I really have no idea what's going to happen with the couples. And I can't wait to find out. Dr. Nicole goes over to Mike and Shay's place so that she can talk to Shay privately. And they discuss her not wanting to attach herself to Mike's son. She feels like kids ruin things, you know, they make it hard for you to do stuff. She says that, you know, at this point she is all in with Mike, which also means that she has to be open to being a bonus mom, a step parent. And she says that she's open to it now, but I feel like, do you really feel that way? Or are you just scared that you're going to lose him to someone who already is open to that? Because Whitney, you know, is the type of woman who understands that if I'm going to get into a relationship with a man with a child, I have to have a relationship with his child as well. While this whole time, Shay has separated herself from his son and probably created some type of negative feelings within him. So I don't know, you know, if that's really going to work with them, or if that's just something she's saying because she doesn't want Mike to leave her, because he told her that was a deal breaker. Ashley and Kwame go on another date, and they can't even have a full conversation because the sexual energy is so heightened, okay? She like, why are you looking at me like that? I was like, girl, listen, they cute. Kwame is sexy, okay? And she's sexy, and it's just a lot of sexy energy going on here, okay? and he wants to go on another date with her. And she was like, I don't know, I'm gonna have to think about it. I'm sure in the back of her mind, Hollywood is in her mind, okay? And how Hollywood is gonna feel about her going on a 6th date, okay? Or however many dates, 4th date, 5th date, however many dates it would be. I just kind of feel like if you feeling him like that, then you need to let it run its course, because obviously you're feeling him more than you're feeling Hollywood right now. I'm just saying. So I think she needs to delve a little deeply into the situation with Kwame and see what it's hitting for, and kind of detach herself from Hollywood's emotions so that she can do what she needs to do. Because she might find herself circling back around to him. She might find herself feeling like, you know what? I miss Hollywood, and I feel like I need to go and make things work with Hollywood. That might happen, but I feel like it makes it hard for her when she's always having to think about his reaction, because he's so mad about it. You know, they're not having the Shay and Mike effect where dating is drawing them closer. It's actually making more issue in their relationship. So yeah, I don't know, y'all, but Kwame and Ashley is something hot and heavy. So they all meet with Dr. Nicole. Shay talks about her date with Rick, and Mike admits that he feels a way about her attraction to Rick. He may feel a way, but I don't know if it is the same way she feels about his attraction to Whitney. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always feel like Mike has one foot in and one foot out with Shay. But he does say that he's all in on Shay. Okay, and he ended things with Whitney as friends. And I'm like, okay, but you still gonna be talking to her enough for y'all to link up and do a live later. So that makes me feel like y'all was still talking to one another. I don't know how Shay is gonna feel about that, because Shay seemed hella bothered when she was on that live talking to the girls and Mike and Whitney were on live together. She was hella bothered by it, okay? So that makes me feel like they may have still been in a relationship, but the jealousy factor is definitely still popping between the two of them. Shay says that through her meetings with Dr. Nicole and, you know, through everything playing out, she has realized that she can be very selfish, which was a light bulb moment, because she never admitted to being selfish, and she's very selfish and self-centered, okay? Hollywood is still not into anybody but Ashley. Ashley is definitely connecting with Kwame. Hollywood said that boy could be a serial killer. You don't know him, okay? You out here trying to go on another date with him, trying to be with him. You don't even know him. Everything he doing, I've been doing for 9 years. You know what I'm saying? He feels like she's only into the dude because it's new, versus him, who's been this person and done all of these things the whole time they've been together. It's like, yeah, but also you have to remember that he didn't propose and then, you know, call off the wedding like you did. He didn't hurt her the way you did. So it's not just the newness, it's also the lack of pain in the relationship. There is a pain in her relationship with you. Tamika says her date went well with Devin. It was very easy. The conversation was flowing. Tamika says that there, you know, is a definite like honesty and openness that happened between she and Devin. Vince gets upset because he feels like he hasn't been able to be honest with her in this way, because she's always questioning him about cheating. And she says, well, he lies about, you know, stuff all the time that makes her not trust him. Vince gets upset and says that everything she's upset about is in the past. He has not done anything currently for her to be bothered or for her not to trust him. And then she, you know, tells a story about how when she went out of town and how when she came back, he's leaving his apartment with some girl, and he keeps denying it, you know. And I just kind of feel like there is something happening here where you're not being 100% truthful. Like, I don't know what it is, y'all, but he definitely did something. He's definitely done something to make her feel this way. When she started to explain all these little things, I could totally understand why it's in the back of her mind all the time that he might be doing something. You know what I mean? And the fact that he gets so defensive a lot of the times and gets upset with her for questioning him versus just being honest about whatever's going on. Yeah, I don't know. Something about Tamika and Vince is just still not sitting right with me. I don't know. Y'all let me know how y'all feel down in the comments. But put a ring on it. It's very entertaining, you guys. I can tell you right now, I feel like most of these couples need to just let it go. All right? Even though Shay and Mike seem to be in a better place now, and Shay says that she actually wants to be in his child's life and all of that, a part of me feels like, what if it's too little too late? You know what I mean? Like, as far as his kid is concerned, how does the baby mother feel? You know, it's just, ugh. It's just real murky, the two of them. You know, because it's like, it's cool to say that now, but you've been with him all of this time. Why are you just now understanding how serious it is that you have a relationship with this man's child, you know? So that's my thing with them. Hollywood and Ashley is gone. Ashley is gone in her mind, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know what's going to happen between she and Hollywood, but I almost feel like Hollywood is going to get to a place when he gets to that space, there's going to be no coming back from it. And Ashley just might be like, oh, well. But, you know, it just doesn't seem like their relationship will make it through this process. Tamika and Vince, to me, I'm looking to see why they're together, because I don't see it. All I see is the mistrust. I don't understand what about their relationship is good because of all the obvious trust issues that they have. So anyway, I'm done babbling on. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, come back, share me with your people. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.